It's not a problem.
He's always been brave as a player, no worries about the mask as such.
I think he don't need a mask, but it wasn't a big issue.
Okay. Take a question from this gentleman here. So I'm going for everyone in the middle, so makes it more difficult. Yes.
Middle Dutch television. Every opponent of Ajax declares after a defeat that it was their worst game in the season. It's a pattern all season long. We hear that story after the game. What do you see? What's your opinion about that?
I can talk only for us. I think Ajax first half an hour on Tottenham and London, they were very good. Of course, every single manager is going to justify telling you that assessing the game and they were poor. But of course, Ajax have a very good team. They have very good players, and I think a very good coach. And I think they deserve the full credit to be here, and that is why they are here, because they are a very good team. Of course, what happened tomorrow is not about to justify if we were poor or not in the first leg or not. And I think it's so important that to arrive to play a semi-final is because you are a good team, you have good player, and of course the coaching staff is good. Liverpool coaching staff, player, Barcelona, Ajax and Tottenham are good. And then when you compete, are different circumstances that can happen during the game. But to arrive to play in this competition, the most tougher competition on the world, and be one of the 4 teams fighting for that is because you are good. It's very obvious that the 4 teams that we are involved are good teams.
Okay, question for Alison.
Hi, Mauricio.
Hi.
Heung-min Son is very important tomorrow night. I just wondered if you'd had to talk to him about how he felt after being sent off, whether you've had to put an arm around his shoulder. Has he been emotionally okay? Was he upset?
But I think all the players are important. And of course, Sonny wasn't involved on the first leg. Yes, I think he is the first to feel disappointed after Saturday. It's a thing that cannot repeat and happen again. In that professional level, you must stay relaxed and calm in your mind. But of course, I think tomorrow we need a very important, good collective performance, because it's going to be tough. Ajax is a very good team. And of course, it's true that Sonny wasn't on the first leg, but the most important is our performance like a team. And then Sunday, some players are more important than others. Sunday one score, another no score. But the most important is we can recover him, and it's one possibility more for tomorrow to have more alternative on the game.
Okay, question from Matt Law.
Mauricio, hi.
Yes.
You've turned around some very difficult situations in the Champions League already this season. I mean, obviously going to the Nou Camp and things. Is this the most difficult, and would this therefore rank as the biggest achievement were you to do it?
More difficult is, I think, is the circumstances. The circumstances are the circumstances that we have in front, ahead. I think to be on the semi-final and with a negative result on the first leg, of course, it's going to be difficult for tomorrow. But I think, like I was saying before, it's still open. We know very well that we need to win the game if we want to be, or to have the option to be on the final. That is the objective. The most important is tomorrow. We are not going to have another possibility. It's tomorrow, and we need to performance in our best. And of course, to have some lucky, because always in football you need some lucky. But I don't take like the more difficult or not. It's an exciting game ahead. I think it's an exciting moment for us to be in the semi-final. I think we need to enjoy. We need to enjoy and feel more freedom to play, rather to start the game how we started. The approach was really poor for our side. I think we need to feel more more freedom to play tomorrow. Nothing to lose from the beginning. We know that we need to win and try.
Okay, question from Carrie. Do you want to raise your hand, Carrie? This gentleman can pass the microphone. Raise your hand so you can. There you go.
Mauricio, of course, a number of your players have come from Ajax. Christian Eriksen left a real legend behind him here. But can I ask you how you think they'll deal with returning here for this big occasion? And also, did Cruyff have an impact on your coaching career? Does it mean something more special coming here to this arena for a semi-final to you?
Yes, I was shocking a few minutes before with Christian. Say I didn't see any picture on the wall. I was trying to find some picture, no, from our player, and I didn't find. Johan Cruyff was a genius. I always admire. Was a little bit, unlucky because I was in the same city in Barcelona living during more than 20 years, and he was on the opposite side, in front. I was in Barcelona, but I was lucky to meet him. I played with Jordi Cruyff. I played with his son. In Espanyol was my teammate, and I had the possibility to meet. Yes, of course, he was an inspiration. He was an unbelievable man. Of course, nothing to say about like how was like a player and how was like a manager. But of course, like a man, was unbelievable. To have the possibility to share a few moments with him was very nice for me. Was very important and was very always is a thing that always is going to have with myself. But of course, today to have the possibility to be here in the Johan Cruyff Arena is a pleasure, and I am so grateful about the life. To first of all to meet him on the past, and of course to be here now, going to face a semi-final of Champions League.
Okay. Question from Carve. Raise your hand, Carve. Thank you.
Mauricio, this is the first time we've had a chance to speak to you since the results on Sunday. It looks like you're almost certainly back in the Champions League next season. How much of an achievement is that for the club, considering what you've had to go through this season?
To be honest, I am thinking in tomorrow. I am thinking after Saturday I was so disappointed, and still we need to play against Everton Sunday. But to be honest, all my energy is in tomorrow game and try to prepare in the best way. And for sure we are going to have time to talk about the achievement in this season, all that happened during the season. The most important is that we are there. No one believes that Tottenham, when they start the season, to be in the last week of the season with the possibility to be on the final of Champions League and to be on the top four. Both things can be are real. But I think the moment is not the right moment to talk. I think we are going to have a time to talk about that.
Okay, question from John. Pass it over. There we go.
Mauricio, you talked about wanting your team to play with freedom here. Do you think there is a way that you need to play to beat this Ajax team?
Sorry?
Do you think there is a certain way that you need to play to beat this Ajax team?
I think, like always, they are thinking to try to find a way to beat us, and as the same. That is in every single game that you try to find a way to beat your opponent. That is not change in our mind or in their mind. I think it's, of course, that we know very well after to play the first leg. We have more information. Like for sure, they have more information from us. Yes, we are going to try to win, make our football, and try to be better than them. It's a sample like this.
Okay, Sammy.
Mauricio, tomorrow night might be the biggest occasion, the biggest game some of your players have played in. What will you tell them 10 minutes before kick-off?
I think it was a good example. I think Lloris played less than 1 year ago the World Cup final. I think and tomorrow we are going to play the semi-final. I think what I'm going to tell them is going to be like always, to wait the last moment, and I'm not going to prepare nothing. I talk from my heart. I'm going to tell what I feel in this moment.
Okay, take a question from this gentleman here. Yep.
Can we do one in Spanish?
No, just in English, please.
In English.
Thank
Javi
you.
Torres, Deportes 4. Mauricio, in London you said that you understood that Barcelona signed De Jong. And I wanted to ask you if you understand that Real Madrid may want to sign Eriksen, and why.
¿Es a question or is a...
No. O sea, te pregunto si entiendes que el Madrid quiera a Eriksen.
Yeah, but we are going to talking about the fact that this Barcelona already signed.
Sí.
And you are asking me, what you are asking me is about a rumor. That is completely different. Two different things.
¿Y qué cualidades crees que tiene Eriksen para que salte este rumor de un equipo como el Real Madrid?
I'm not going to talk. Sorry, I'm not going to talk about rumors. Because it's a player that we want to keep for us. When the people ask me in London about Frankie de Jong, it's because they announced they were agree, and they already signed. He's a Barcelona player, and you are asking me about a player that is Tottenham player that's appeared a lot of rumor on the media today. And you can understand that I'm not going to answer because I'm not going to talk about rumors.
Okay, good. Pass the microphone to Paul Jiggins over there. Raise his hand. Yep.
Maurizio, can you give us some idea of what is at stake tomorrow night by telling us what it would mean for you to take Tottenham to a Champions League final? You've always spoken about your admiration for Bill Nicholson and what he'd achieved, but this is your chance to put yourself on that level. What would it mean to you?
I think we are living a dream, because first of all was to play Champions League with Tottenham. 5 years ago when we arrived was first of all was to reduce the gap with the top four, and then to have the possibility to play Champions League, and then was to qualify in the last 16, and then to quarterfinals, and now to be on semi-final. For us, it's a bonus. For myself, it's a bonus. Of course, that we are now here and we want to try to win, and we are going to fight to try to win and be in the final. But I am not thinking about if we are creating history or we are doing something special. The most important is about to enjoy, to try to bring to the player, or to translate to the player that belief that is bring until here, and of course to try to give our best to try to get the final. But I am enjoying, I am living a dream, because with Tottenham 5 years ago and with all the circumstances and the project, I think no one believed, no one expected in the last 3 years playing 3 years in a row Champions League every single season, and after competing and being in this stage today.
Okay, question from Dan over there. Yeah.
Mauricio, hi. Can you give us an update on Eric Lamela and Serge Aurier, if they're fit to play, and also did playing with 9 men for the whole second half on Saturday, do you think that will have an effect on any of the players who are on the pitch for the Bournemouth
You're going
game?
to see now Lamela is involved here. He's going to train, but Serge Aurier is not here.
And anyone else who played, they're all fine, the guys who played the second half on Saturday?
Sorry?
And the guys who played the second half on Saturday are all okay?
Yeah, but it's not a problem, because do you think that they run more than they normally run? They run the same, because we play a little bit deeper, and then the effort are similar. It's not an excuse. For sure, tomorrow we are going to be ready with all the energy. It's not a problem to play again 11 against 9. It's not that you are going to run double. You are going to run what you need to run.
And you've been quite clear that at the end of this season you want to start a new chapter, and the last 5 years has been a kind of separate chapter from what's coming. What would it mean to you personally to finish this chapter by reaching a
winning the Champions League?
By winning the Champions League,
yes. It should be fantastic, no? Close a 5-year chapter and go home.
You can't have expected that at the start of the chapter, that it would end possibly with the Champions League final.
Sorry?
You can't have expected at the start of the chapter.
2 more after this, Matt, and then 1 more. David, thank you.
Me, yes. You, for sure, no.
Okay, go with Matt and then finish with David. Matt.
Can I just check, Mauricio, as part of your preparations for this match with it quite tight, have you practiced penalties or will you practice penalties?
We didn't have time to practice penalty. But of course, in different weeks, of course, we practice penalty.
So
or maybe today we can practice. Good idea. We didn't plan, but we can practice some penalty.
You owe me then.
Sorry?
If you win on penalties, you owe me now.
Okay, I give part of my bonus.
David, with the last one, please.
Have you been able to over here? Have you been able to understand what went wrong in the first 30 minutes of the first leg?
I think Ajax was very good, because if not after, I'm going to have another question about always to complain that. I think Ajax was very good, showed more energy than us. I think they were very good, very, very dynamic. They show a great energy. And I think for us was difficult from the beginning to be on the game, and I think we talked a little bit, but after the game, but I think was our approach was bad.
Lovely. Okay.
Yes.
Could I just clarify one thing? Could I just clarify one thing?
Then come on.
You said in an answer, I didn't know whether you were joking or not, that if you win the Champions League, you will go home. Was that a joke or?
Well, it's not a joke. Why?
Sorry, that makes it sound like you would maybe leave Tottenham if you won the Champions League. That would be your work done.
Yes, or maybe I go with Daniel setting, working in different, for sure. To win the Champions League with Tottenham in this circumstance, this season, maybe I need to think a little bit, maybe to do something different in the future. Okay. For sure.
Okay.
I just wanted to clarify
because to repeat this miracle, Now for sure I go home. Happen what happened tomorrow, I go home.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.